It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, it's Nakobe Dean, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Vikings and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, it's been all systems going. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And bringing them out is the rare southpaw, his 4th year, coming off his best season as a pro, Tua Tagovailoa.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Tua. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. It'll be a gain of 5. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
St. Brown in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
Play number 9 now in this pretty long opening drive. This is 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Sanders last week, 15 carries, 86 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Chance is good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they're looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From the gun, it's Tua. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll run here with Dillon. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 2nd and goal from the 1. Sanders is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, We always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen. They need for it to happen now.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now the third-year man, here's Kenneth Gainwell. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. The Vikings had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They go play action here. Purdy. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. They toss this out right to Gainwell. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good one there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. $10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Throwing here, Purdy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Credit that to the former Texas Longhorn, Joseph Osai, who got in there.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Tua now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. In motion, Hollins. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Looking to pass. Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Dobbs goes in motion. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Felton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. From the gun, a give the game well. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. third down. Here's Bigsby. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Another run here with Sanders. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. 4th down coming up as we reach the 2-minute warning. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down, it would appear. Yes, he does by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Tua now on 1st down. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. They're putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Coup for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Completed out left to Dobbs. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Romeo Doubs, 81 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Now they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The star tight end, Darren Waller, out in front as this offense returns to the field. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call, because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That ball nearly intercepted, but it could not hang on. A pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this one complete to Zane Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, a rematch of the second ever Super Bowl. Packers and Raiders from Las Vegas at 8:15 Eastern Time. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Out come the Vikings that have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spot.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start. Offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Purdy. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Denzel Mims from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ball start. Offense.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera-Tucker. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Tua sets up to pass it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. And a contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Purdy now to throw. Got his man. It's Gainwell. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Davis now to return it. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Tagovailoa. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So we pause for an injured player, and not what you want to see. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's in some pain out there. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Tua going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their play call and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Got Dobbs over the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Purdy looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. Drops this one down to Gainwell. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Ball start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Purdy. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Gainwell will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
In motion, Hollins. 2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to pass. Tua.
That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Tua now on 1st down. He'll find Hodgins there complete.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run with Sanders.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here.
This will be caught at about the 6.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Purdy.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Tua sets up to pass it. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 3rd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
A short one there, caught by Swain. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Running right, here's Sanders. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a 2nd opinion. So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And it's caught.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they take a knee.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
That's caught, and this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:15 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Here's Purdy to throw.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 33-yard line.
And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Purdy to throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Purdy with one final shot here.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Kansas City, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.